TT here for day number 9 of Energywork for Immunity. So in keeping with what I've been doing the last 2 days, this kind of a little trio of exercises that fit together really nicely. We're going to do another very energetically focused moving energy along some pathways in the body. We're going to do some waveform breathing. So in this practice, we do a kind of a gentle movement to simulate and stimulate that wave-like movement. And we're going to concentrate on the way our breath is moving through the body like a wave as well. This practice is really great along with its visualization properties of kind of centering in the rhythmic movement of energy through our bodies, in particular that one kind of vertical axis. And it's really good in terms of boosting our immune health because it helps to keep things fluid, moving, keep the channels open through the front and back of the body along those vertical pathways. And it's really going to help strengthen our vitality of these energy channels, these meridians, our blood flow, our awareness of breath, and all of these things which help us to stay centered in our bodies, stay calm, find a rhythm to return to when pressure gets high, when stress comes and anxiety comes. It's really important to have particular movement rhythms that you can just attune to in your body, center, and come back to a place of rest and grounding. So today's practice, this waveform breathing, one of the things I like to do when I introduce this practice is just start with awareness of breath itself without the movement of the arms and the whole body. So one of the ways we can do that, and just to notice the wave-like movement of breath, is through contact with our body. So typically with our breath, the places we most acutely notice our breathing is through our belly, our ribs, and our chest. Although of course, if you do breath work, you'll know, but also just from maybe normal living habits, you'll know sometimes breath can be up in your shoulders, sometimes you can feel breath in your back, sometimes in your neck, even your hips and pelvis. Sometimes when you're breathing, your whole body does a movement with it. And those are all really great things to be aware of too. But we're going to concentrate particularly on this area of the body with our breath. So to start off with just a little minute or two of this breath awareness, bring one hand to lower dantian, again, thumb on the belly button, hand below. Other hand comes to middle dantian, which is your heart center. So middle dantian corresponds to like that heart chakra, heart center. You can think of it like a spirit space also. So kind of center the chest here. The other hand, lower dantian, belly button, and below. And with these two contact points, it's a really nice way for us to focus through touch on how our breath is moving our body. So first, just notice when you breathe, do you feel movement in your chest, in your belly, both, more on one than the other? And we'll revisit that practice from a couple days ago, where we just dropped our breath down to meet the lower hand at lower dantian. And it can be a good practice always to bring a hand when you want to drop your breath, because then you're really thinking about meeting between your mind, your breath, and your hand. Everything meets in the same place. So first, just drop your breath, even to the extent where you might think about trying to keep the upper hand still. And just move the lower hand with your breath. And again, if you need to pause the video and take some more time with each of these steps, please feel free to do so. But once you've kind of dropped your breath to move mostly, if not all, the movement down here in the belly, the lower dantian, we're going to begin this kind of movement of wave. So we're going to release the upper hand, the middle dantian, and the upper part of the torso into the breath flow too. But it'll begin down here. So when you first start breathing in, feel the belly, move the lower hand. Continue breathing in, feel the chest, move the upper hand. Then when you breathe out, empty just where the upper hand is first, and then empty where the lower hand is. So we breathe in, starting at the bottom. Continue breathing into the chest. Breathe out from the chest. Continue breathing out, compressing the belly. So this is the movement of the wave that we're going to really look at today. This is just the breath work of wave breathing. And we're going to do the waveform with our whole body and our hands and arms in just a minute. We want to try to stay with this feeling of breath as much as we can, keep a little awareness of it as we move into the full body practice. And this kind of breathing can take some practice to get it feeling more comfortable. But just practice where you are today. To whatever extent you can feel and manifest this waveform, breathing in from the bottom up, breathing out from the top down. When you're ready with this practice, we're going to move on to the full body practice. Again, you can pause if you need to stay with that longer. So the full body practice, just have your feet about shoulder width apart. Again, we're going to stay with that feeling of breath to whatever degree we can, but we're going to move our hands like a wave. And it's going to be the same feeling as we breathe in, starting from the bottom up, and as we breathe out, sinking down. You see my wrists are really relaxed here. And not relaxed to a degree where they're constantly floppy like this. They respond to the wave movement. So they're pliable and alive, but really soft. Same with my elbows. Elbows stay heavy here. My elbows staying close to my center. So there's a nice vertical line of movement from my upper arm. Now, of course, this is a whole body practice. So as you breathe, engage your legs and your hips too, sinking as you breathe out, bending your knees, rising and straightening as you breathe in. We visualize this wave, feeling again that wave of breath like we were doing, just with the breathing. You can visualize this wave moving through your body, in front of your body here. It's washing your whole space, the body space, the energy field. Breathing in, washing up, breathing out, washing down. Bringing a really nice cleansing to your space. And this is one of my personal favorite moving meditations that I do for a really, really good amount of time, as often as I get the chance to, or that I remind myself to return to a practice I love. Just like with the other two ones we did recently, we're spending as much time as we like with this. You can never spend too little or too much, because it's always going to have a good effect. It'll bring some cleansing and clearing, some of this washing, centering in a rhythm of your body, a rhythm of breath, of chi, a rhythm of even how blood flows, right? Moving through an artery in one direction and a vein in the other. Centering in the nice slowness of the movement, allowing yourself, inviting yourself to slow down and spend time with this. a few more, really concentrating on that wave visualization, washing through your whole body, cleansing and clearing. And after your last movement, just let the hands and arms relax. And take a moment to check in, even just feeling, if you like, these points again, and noticing the wave of breath. Or without the contact, just feeling your breath, movement, feeling what's changed, what sensations are coming up in your body. And taking that moment of just honoring the practice after you finish the breath.